Hey guys, it's your pal Victor here from Cult Classics and Cult Following, and we're continuing our coverage of the Sundance Film Festival. And the next movie we are doing a capsule review of here is the Ben Wheatley surprise shot during quarantine genre film called In the Earth, which was just picked up by Neon. It wasn't in the Year of Neon sort of critics packet I got earlier this year, so it was a recent pickup. And a lot of people were looking forward to this because Ben Wheatley's done some really interesting genre picks like Sightseers and A Field in England and Kill List, and he just did Rebecca earlier this year. I went into this film really expecting to like it. The description is basically there's this scientist, Martin, and he has to go to this test, secret testing area because there's a quarantine going on. They're trying to find this doctor named Dr. Wessel, and they need a guide to get through this Arboreal Forest. On its face, it sort of sounds like Annihilation, and there's shades of that, but not really. So as they're going through the forest, Martin and Alma, they're kind of like getting to know each other, and they camp, and they're attacked overnight, and their shoes are stolen. And this off the grid guy named Zach helps them out. Says, "Oh, I live off the grid. I can help you with some shoes." Turns out Zach is not the kindly hermit providing shoes and foraged drinks and guitar music that he appears to be, and he's trying to commune with some kind of nature spirit, Marenica, and he's doing it in a very Midsummer Light kind of forest pagan sort of way, and Alma and Martin are sort of just like his key to kind of getting there. And then as they flee from him, they finally find the doctor looking for Dr. Wessel, who actually might just be as off the reservation as Zach is in a completely different way. What I will say about this movie, it has some really cool visuals and involving strobe lights and hallucinogenic images. If you've seen A Field in England, it's not too dissimilar, the hallucinogenic sequences in that. The strobe lights, it's a really cool kind of effect, and it's funny, I've seen a lot of movies this festival so far. It says, warning, strobe lights. This is the only one that actually has strobe lights. But what I will say, and I did like the third act, and it does kind of wrap up in an interesting way. I have to give this like a mixed middle of the bag kind of review, because if it's 2 hours long, it feels a lot longer because the middle kind of drags. And I don't usually like to single out negative performances, but I do kind of feel that the actress who plays Dr. Wessel doesn't come across as really a likable character, and that's due to the performance, I think. And a lot of her scenes are just nails on a blackboard to me. I like the guy who plays Zach. He's like a charismatic villain, or not villain, but antagonist. But yeah, it's just like, there's shades of like Evil Dead and Midsummer and A Field in England and Annihilation in here, and that sounds on its face like it should be really cool, and then it's like kind of boring, and that's kind of irritating. Like if this movie was like 20 minutes shorter, and you could see where they could tighten it up. They just spend, it's not even character work. It's like, just, it doesn't feel tight, and the transitions, especially early on, are really like abrupt. Like it cuts to black, and then a second of black, and then it restarts. Like it, maybe it's the nature of editing a film during quarantine, because this was shot during quarantine, but it just like, it just feels too long. It's bloated. And I feel like judicious editing would make it a much better movie. That's my take on it. I know I'm kind of in the minority of people who didn't like just laud this thing as like, dude, this should have been a midnight movie. I mean, we should have been so stoned and it would have been awesome. But it's kind of like middle of the road. It's one of those movies that, like, I can't imagine long-term people will talk about, not unlike A Field in England. It's kind of messed up, but it's sort of true. But yeah, and I like Ben Wheatley. He's a good film producer, but like, the whole obsession with kind of like, folk pagan stuff that he does, it just doesn't really translate well. I feel like Richard Stanley is much better at it. But I just want to like this better, and I was kind of disappointed that I didn't. And that's some kind of like on it. So anyway, that's my viewpoint on it. Your mileage may vary, needs to be tighter. Some good performances, some really bad ones. Very cool inventive visuals though, and a good solid third act. That's my review of In the Earth. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, we have more reviews on the way. I hope you enjoyed this one, and find us here at Cult Classics and give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends. More reviews at cultfollowing.co. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.